8 minutes after 8 o'clock on our Friday. It's, Kicks Morning Chat time. And since it's Friday, you know who's here. The one, the only, Mr. Brian Moore from the Caldwell Chamber. Good morning.
It's so great to be here.
And you brought the sunshine as always.
Brought the Caldwell Chamber of Commerce Day weather.
So that's always a good thing.
I love it.
And
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm ready for the weekend.
We're talking about the Olympics earlier.
Yes.
Lots of really neat stuff happening with the Olympics.
Been enjoying all the different things that you normally don't get to see. That's what I like. The different sports you normally don't get to watch.
That's right.
And boy, we have been excelling medal-wise at
That's
some
right.
of those sports we haven't in a number of years. So that's
right.
always nice to see.
Exactly. And speaking of excelling, the chamber is excelling in the process of strengthening local business.
Yes.
And one of the great things that we do is we have to look at the process of jobs and how do you make a stronger, vibrant working community. And you don't always think that there could be roadblocks of that happening. And we brought some guests today that are tearing down some roadblocks in terms of childcare. And I have two great leaders with us with the Sunshine House, which is getting ready to open. We have Whitney, the regional director for the Sunshine House Group. She drove in this morning from Winston-Salem to be here with us.
Wow.
Getting ready to open up their facility and then have their new facility manager, facility director, Ashley. So, ladies, welcome. Glad you're here with us.
Yes, we're glad to be here.
Yeah.
So you guys have a lot of neat things happening, and we're so blessed to have a brand new childcare facility here. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the Sunshine House.
So the Sunshine House is set to have our grand opening on September 5th from 4 to 6. We're going to have a carnival theme where parents can come. It's open to the public. Anyone can come and enjoy the unicorns, face painting, and jumpy houses for the children. And you'll come in and meet the teachers and meet our staff and see our wonderful new facility.
That is fantastic, fantastic. So, Whitney, you have a big responsibility. You've got not only this location in Lenoir, and you got all the bells and whistles to check off to make sure the center is up and running, but you have some locations in other parts of the state. And the Sunshine House is not just a brand local to Charlotte, but it's local to Lenoir, but it's in Charlotte and Winston-Salem and other places. Tell us a little bit more about the brand itself and the care of childcare you guys have.
Yes, so we are currently operating in 7 states. We are operating 96 traditional childcare centers, and then we have 26 after-school-based programs that we house in elementary schools.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Currently employing about 12,000 staff members and 12,000 children, and quite a bit of staff members to care for all of those little ones.
Wow, you guys are leading the way in childcare in this state, in this region. That's fantastic. Wow.
Thank you.
I had no idea that you guys were that big. I knew you guys were a popular brand, but wow, that's impressive. And what a blessing to have an organization and a brand that cares so much about children and a quality brand like that here in our community, which is fantastic. So I know you guys brought some notes and some bullet points. So Whitney, do you want to go ahead and share with us a few things about the Sunshine House that you wanted to talk about this morning?
Sure. Well, we have been around for quite some time. We'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary next year, actually.
Wow.
We definitely have an imprint in the community, and it's very important for us to do the same thing here in Lenoir. Lenoir, like many other cities in North Carolina, is a childcare desert, which basically means there's not enough quality licensed childcare programs for the number of families that need care. So after researching the area and talking to a lot of people in the community, we felt passionate that this was an area that we wanted to come and offer another good quality childcare program.
That's fantastic. I know that term, the childcare desert, and I know we've had a number of local community leaders with businesses that are here to help make sure that you guys came to our community. So it was not something that you guys just stumbled upon. You came upon us because we really wanted you here, which is really important. I've coined the term that we're not going to settle on being a child care desert. We're gonna claim that we're a child care utopia, because with people like you and making a great commitment to children, if we care for our children the right way, our economy and our local businesses are going to be stronger. And when we have good child care, if you don't have child care options, then that husband or wife,
Absolutely.
family member or grandparent sometimes may not be able to go to work.
Right.
And that affects our society. And a lot of people don't see it from that perspective. They just say, okay, it's childcare. But when that parent or grandparent or that person that is in charge of those children has an opportunity to work and they have something that they can trust. And I think that's a really big part of childcare is trust. Good quality people like you and the ones that are already in operation in Caldwell County, there are many of them. I know our friends over at Caldwell County Smart Start do a great job of helping take care of those folks and individuals. You guys are contributing to be a childcare utopia here in Caldwell County.
Thank you. We're excited to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Ashley, you brought some notes too. Did we hit on all the bullet points that you wanted to talk about, or you want to share a few more other things?
No, I'd actually like to share a little bit about our facility. We're going to have 10 classrooms in our facility, 2 infant classrooms, 2 toddler classrooms, 2 2-year-old classrooms, 2 preschools, which is age 3 to 4, 1 pre-K, and a school-age program for after school. And we also, right now, we're planning to pick up at Lower Creek Elementary, Hudson Elementary, and Valmead Elementary. If there's any interest in any other schools, we will be more than happy to look at picking up those schools as well. But we have a range from ages 6 weeks all the way to 12 years old. We also have cameras in our facility, so parents feel that they have a safe place for their children. They can view the cameras in our lobby at any time. We have an open door policy, so parents can come spend time in our classrooms, meet our teachers, spend time with their children in the classroom. We really just want to have a family-oriented program that really just allows families and children to feel comfortable in our facility.
That comfort feeling is so important. I remember when I was raising my children and my first daughter was born and how important it was. I had a different view of the child care facility that we had picked for her before she was born, and after she was born, I had a completely different mindset and view of it. I looked at it through a different lens. So I understand that perspective, and having an organization like Sunshine House that cares for a number of communities, children, it's really important that you guys are here. So glad you're here.
Yeah, that's great. Like you said, having that comfort as a parent, that's everything right there. And if there are folks out there that are going to be needing some help with childcare, how do they find out more about Sunshine House and get the process going?
So we have a website. They can go on and put an inquiry in that way. They can call our center at 828-572-8009. And we also have a center email, center245@sshouse.com.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Excellent.
And are you in the process of hiring any more people? Are you fully staffed?
We are also still hiring.
Okay, great.
At this time, yes.
Awesome. Excellent.
So there you go.
Well, we're excited. So if you're not familiar with where this location is, it is right on New Way Drive, New Way Circle, right next door to the Blue Ridge Energy corporate headquarters. So right off of, in the general vicinity of the Walmart, Blue Ridge Energy corporate headquarters right there on Blowing Rock Boulevard and 321. And it's in an old building that was part of Blue Ridge Energy's campus. Mm-hmm. So you guys have come in and renovated and expanded that building. It looks completely different. And it's a nice investment in the community, not only for our children, but for the aesthetics and the appeal of what our community looks like. We have an incredible amount of traffic flow that goes up and down US 321 between Charlotte and Point South and the High Country. And it's a nice representation of our community. So we thank you for being here this morning. We thank the Sunshine House for making an investment into our community, into our children, and the future of our economy. So we're glad you're here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, ladies. Brian, anything you want to add with the chamber going on as we head into the weekend?
There's just a lot going on. There's always great things happening at the chamber. I just sent an email out yesterday to our board of directors with all the great stuff that's happening in the month of August. We've got board meeting coming up for our board members to strategize the great things that we have going on. We have another great women's forum event coming up this month. So if you go to the CaldwellChamber.com website, you can find out more about our events that we have going on. We're planning and coordinating a great event coming up in September for our golf tournament.
Right.
October, we're going to do a joint event with the Burke Chamber of Commerce. So lots of great things happening. And we're going to get to celebrate the ribbon cutting with these guys on September 5th. So that'll be exciting.
Absolutely. Well, always good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. Enjoy the weekend ahead, and we'll check in next week and see what else is going on around the area.
Thanks for having us.
All right, there's Brian Moore joining us from the Caldwell Chamber here on the Kicks Morning Chat.